listening, you'll hear this. Shlomo Melech used to see an ant, and he would pick up the ant and talk to it. Does that make us have a less of a appreciation for Shlomo Melech Gadlus, or more of appreciation? What's the answer? More. Why? He was so great, he could even talk to an ant. We sometimes wonder, Hashem could really feel my pain? Really? Really? The opposite. He's so great, he's even able to come all the way down and deal with little me. Just like Shlomo Melech could go and talk to a little ant. What do we do when we see an ant? Step on the thing and move on. Because we have no shaykhs. When you're so much greater with the godless, Baruch Hashem. I apologize. The sushi is currently sitting in Kailo. This was good. Okay, Baruch Hashem. I can think my wife. Baruch Hashem, the sushi was sitting in Kailo. So we usually don't have food on Tuesday night, so we're going to have day old sushi tomorrow night.
I'll be very happy.
In Malesot. Okay.
We have to see if we can get out of our house this tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll call.
By 8 p.m. it's all gone already.
No. We're thinking about having, if there's a snowstorm, maybe we'll have like a 10 a.m. Kinyan so everyone could get that chair will be full.
Oh, but maybe we should do a 9:30 meeting.
I don't get involved. 9:30.
Oh, whatever. 9. What do we do Sunday?
5:30 before the
What do we do Sunday? What do we do Sunday? 9.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. That's right.
Put out a message. Okay, Chaim, here we go. Naya Mishnah. Tezvav Amud Aleph. We have 6 blot left to the parak. Siyata Dishmayo. And the ikr before we start, is Baruch Hashem. I think the last month between the attendance, I don't check the chat for chazaras, but from what I'm told is people are chazering also. Obviously during the chazar, it's always a little bit more challenging. But the ikr is to learn it, to understand it, to chazar it, and to slowly actually come accustomed to enjoying epis, blat, daf, a word of Gemara. So with that, let's start fresh. Let's remind ourselves of, some people could blame it on like the rules of Kinyan, or we could just blame it on learning. It's a shtickle synonymous. They reinvented the wheel by just saying to learn. It's pretty simple. It's try to understand. And with understanding, you can chazer. If you chazer, you can learn. If you learn, you can chazer. And then guess what? It's not Chinese. Reading Chinese books are never fun. But reading books that actually make sense to you, and kasha, teretz, araya, then b'siyat d'shmaya. So let's go. And Mirz Hashem, we should have siyat d'shmaya. We begin the Mishnah. Tezvav Amud Aleph, as you'll see very quickly. Hopefully, you'll see that you'll be reminded of the concepts, and it's going to quickly bring us back to one of the last sugyas that we learned before the Chazar. So, with all those wonderful akdamas, let's begin Tezvav Amud Aleph. Tikra, which is a roof. She'ein allow maziva, that does not have plaster. What does it mean? It does not have plaster. So if you remember, what were the roofs of Bisman Chazal? Planks of wood with plaster. What if you have planks of wood without plaster? So what's your roof? Planks of wood. There you go. So Rav Yehuda, Imer says Rav Yehuda, Beis Shammai oimrim. Beis Shammai says, what do you have to do to make this kosher for a sukkah? Mifak fake. Loosen the boards. And, or we'll see. V'noitel achas mi bein tayim. Take 1 out of 2. Loosen, take 1 of the boards out of 2. Beis Hillel oimrim, and always as contrast, it's easier to understand exactly what's going on. Says Beis Hillel, which will immediately tell us what Beis Shammai was really saying. Says Beis Hillel, mifakfik, oi noitel achas mi bein tayim. Oh, so now we just learned, what did Beis Shammai hold? Not oi, but and. So Beis Shammai said you got to do 2 things. Loosen, move 1 from the other. Beis Hillel says either loosen.
1 from the other, meaning leave spaces or physically remove it.
Noitel achas mi bein tayim. Take 1 from in between them. Literally means that's what he has.
Yeah.
Removing 1. Pashas, you have to remove it. It sounds like you have to actually remove it. It sounds like, let's just talk about it for a moment. Fakfik sounds like shake it a little bit. Noitel achas means actually take it out. Okay.
And then putting.
Let's see. Very good. Oh, very good. Good. You won the prize. You already got, that's the sugya to come back to. Very good. Let's get there in literally a few moments. So that's Beis Hillel. That is Reb Yehuda. Again, it's a little bit confusing. Reb Yehuda says machlekes Beis Shammai Beis Hillel. Beis Shammai says you do both. Beis Hillel says you do one. Rabbi Meir Omer noitel achas mi beintayim ve'inoi mefakvek. Now Rameir sounds a little bit odd. What is he saying? Like Rabbi Yehuda? Is he saying like Beis Shammai? Is he saying Beis Hillel? Is he just a third shita? Okay, you could conjure up all the different variables. Let's let the Gemara talk. Says the Gemara, Bishlamatai Mayu Beis Hillel. What's the reason for Beis Hillel that he says you have to either loosen or take one from between the other? We can understand simply Mishom Tasev Elohim and Asui. It's your regular roof. It wasn't built as a sukkah. We're familiar with Tasev Elohim and Asui. It wasn't built as a sukkah. So how do you fix that? Either you loosen it or you take one of the two out. Very good. If you loosen it, you did a maisa. If you take one from between the two, you as well did a maisa. So two ways, according to Beis Hillel, of getting out of the problem of Tasev Loim and Os. Do either or. Ela Beis Shammai, it says the Gemara, Beis Shammai, my time ayu. What does Beis Shammai hold? Why would you need to do both? If the whole issue is that this wasn't built as a sukkah, so then the obvious kasha is like Beis Hillel says, it's enough to do just one, either loosen or take one from between two, just like Beis Hillel said. And imisham, here it is, gezeras tikra. That's what we had back in Daf Yud Beis, as you reviewed and remembered perfectly. What was gezeras tikra? Gezeras tikra was, as we see here, that what's your roof? Just planks of wood. And over there we learned that there's a form of gezerah that you can't use planks of wood as your schach, because then someone might come to sit in your house. So if that's the problem, then what? Achas mi sagi. It's enough to take out one from between the other, because then you'll be out of the world of the gezerah. So asks the Gemara, we can understand Shitas Beis Hillel. He's getting out of Tasav Lomina Asui. However, Beis Shammai, what does he hold? Are we clear on the question? Yes? Say it again. Clear? Confused?
What's Zeres Tikra again?
Zeres Tikra, very good. Zeres Tikra is, we say you're not allowed to use planks of wood as chach. Why? Because we're worried you're going to come to sit inside your house, which is also planks of wood. So if the issue with having planks of wood as chach is a gezerah, how do you get out of the gezerah? By removing one from between the other, and then you're out of the gezerah. So asks the Gemara if that.
We saw machlokes about.
Oh, very good. So we're going to get there right now.
And it wasn't reviewed. It
Oh,
wasn't
oh.
reviewed. Let's say Zeres Tikra.
Oh, so. Very good, very good. We're going to get to all right now. Slow. You're all very good. Meaning, the truth is, if we didn't learn this Gemara with just on paper, we try to put this into Daf Yud Beis, we would figure out a lot of what's about to happen. I agree with what everyone's saying. Let's let the Gemara develop it. But perfect. Says the Gemara. La ilam. You know? Yeah.
Also, what the Gemara said, right? He said, according to Beis Shammai, right? He said all you have to do is not lachas mineh, right? If we said
yes,
Zeres Tikra. Not only that, the whole mepakvek has nothing to do with anything.
Why?
If you have to if you have to Zeres Tikra, then what does mepakvek help you Zeres Tikra? The only way to get out of Zeres Tikra is not lachas mineh.
You're asking a good kasha. You're asking a good kasha. So good, very good kasha. Very good kasha. Meaning,
but that's why they say you need both.
No. Again. The Gemara asks. Slow. The Gemara asked. It should be enough to do taking one from between the other. Meaning, what? But Rebel.
No, because the Gemara is asking. The Gemara didn't understand that Rabbi Yehuda means that you need to fix both issues, Gezeres Tikra and. So
again, if it's because of Gezeres Tikra, says the Gemara, it's enough.
No, it's enough.
You don't have to do mefak. You don't have to do mefakvik. Rebel is asking, but what would mefakvik even do for you? Mefakvik doesn't talk to Gezeres Tikra.
That's what it says.
Oh, so
that's
good.
What saying.
So the Gemara doesn't speak that out. So you're talking kilu how the Rishonim would be mafarish that. What the Gemara means is, and there's different ways of answering the kasha. I like it as a ha'ara. Let's leave that for now. Let's get to Pashut Pshat, but it's a good ha'ara. It could be a teretz, like you're saying. It's Gemara. It's good. Answers the Gemara. Again, we're in Shitas Bishamal. You need to do both. Lo'ila mishom gzeiras tikra. Really, it's gzeiras tikra. V'hachi kamar, and this is what Bishamai said. Afal Bisham ifakfik, even though you loosened it, time in, eloi, even though you loosened it, then, very good. So let's everyone together. Let's look at a Rashi. So let's look at Rashi. Rashi v'hachi ka'amar. Hachi ka'amar. The first word of Rashi really tells us to open it. Kalaymar. Just stop. Whenever Rashi's kalaymar means the Gemara wasn't this simple reading, we need a little bit more, at least according to Rashi. So says Rashi kalaymar. Loi mehani pickbook. It doesn't help. Ella natila achas mi bein tayin. That's all that works. Now Rashi throws in a little bit more. De'ika maisa me'alia. Because removing one is a real action. Ugizeras tigra nami batla la also is batal. V'hai de'amri mifakfik. Now what she said, we have to loosen it. Hachikam. Ha-mifakfik loy hoil. Loosening it doesn't help. V'noy talachs v'tayim. Meaning, it's almost like the Mishnah is speaking to our question. Beis Shammai holds, we have a problem. You have boards in your sukkah. Says Beis Shammai, 1 second. We have a gezerah. How do you get out of the gezerah? Says Beis Shammai, don't think it's enough just to shake it. Now, why would you think that? Maybe you would say, you did epis amaisa, you did something, you played with them. Maybe in the world of gezerah d'Rabbanan, that would be enough. Says Beis Shammai, no, shaking's not enough. You need a shake. Yeah, actually, I should say.
So then the answer you don't need to make.
Good, very good. Perfect. Good. Perfect. 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 I agree. Let's speak that. That's exactly what I just said. Excuse me. You are correct. Beis Shammai's, what was the kasha? It's one of these, it's a beautiful Gemara. Kasha was, it's enough just to remove one. The answer is, you're right. Beis Shammai said he do both. So we have to insert a lot of words into the Mishnah. When Beis Shammai said to do both, he was talking back to the naysayers. Don't only do pickbook, because that doesn't do anything for you. You have to take one from between the two. That's what Beis Shammai said.
Why do you say that he also says that you have to
doesn't do anything.
The other ones.
Doesn't do anything.
The ones that are left.
He also doesn't do anything. He holds pickbook is nothing.
No,
he holds not doing anything.
Not of each piece.
He holds,
No.
Oh, 1 second. No, but Tasman I'll he's not talking to Tasman I'll
No, we're talking about
The backpack is only because.
It's what I'm saying, but Shammai's only talking to the
no, there's no more talking
At the moment,
No, Rashi's saying specifically not.
Wait a minute. No.
No, he's saying names.
Yes, he does. He says.
No, I don't agree.
I don't see last few times. The Ike Ma'aseh Ma'aliyah, because what is Ma'aseh Ma'aliyah? Ma'aseh Ma'aliyah is for Tassim B'Lamina Hasa.
No.
It's a big. It's good.
Good.
There is a way to learn the Rashi that way. It's not Pashut on the way. There's a way to learn Rashi that way. There's a way to learn Rashi that way. You're reading into Rashi. Rashi doesn't say it. How do you learn Rashi?
You're not doing a meiser if you're just taking out the.
What's I was saying, Chavra? What's I was saying? Boys, Chavra. I wanted us. We're middle of a line.
That's what I was just saying. He was just saying that according to the Maskona now, there's no Indian of pickbook at all.
Correct.
It's like
what's Rashi explaining? What is the Noit Achas B'Neim? It's doing two things. Right? Because if it's just Mishum Zeras Tikra, what is Rashi saying?
We're going to come back to this point. Don't worry. Okay, you guys keep it going. Chavra, let's just finish the last. We're in the middle of a sentence.
He said you would
Ihachi, Ema Seifa.
But what is a Ma'aseh Ma'aliyah?
to take out.
And what do you need a Ma'aseh Ma'aliyah?
Zeras Tikra.
What do you need a Ma'aseh for Zeras Tikra? Zeras Tikra has nothing to do with the Ma'aseh. Zeras Tikra, do you have Nasar or do you not have Nasar? The only thing that comes to a Ma'aseh is the problem
No,
of
because you
Tassim
still have Nisar. The only thing is you did the mice to show took out more.
Ma'aseh is nothing to
What's that saying? What's up? We're going to come back to this. This is not dead. This conversation is not dead. Don't worry. We're coming back to it. Hold. Just pause. Let's just finish the Gemara, and we're going to see there's a lot more here. Ask the Gemara 1 second. Ihachi, If the way you're learning Beis Shammai, Ema Seifa, what did Rameir say? Now we can discuss Rameir. Rameir, Oimer no Talachas bin Beintayim, Avolo Yefakvik. Rameir and Beis Shammai. The way that we just explained Beis Shammai, that he said, no Talachas bin Beintayim, that is Rameir. Answers Gemara Hachim. Since what Rameir says, then we'll have a full picture of the Mishnah. Then tomorrow we'll say a little more. Hachim. Rameir is coming along and saying, you, Rabbi Yehuda, thought there was a machlokes Beis Shammai. Still no. Loi nechlu Beis Shammai Beis Hillel. They don't argue. My kamashmulan. So what's the chiddush of the Mishnah? The Rameir is like Gzeres Tikra. Rabbi Yehuda less like Gzeres Tikra. This is where we're going to pick up from, and we're in the middle of a sentence. But what's Rameir saying? Rameir is saying Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel do not disagree. Everyone holds, it says Rameir, you have to be noitel achas b'meitayim, and Pikbook doesn't do anything. Meaning, Beis Hillel said mifakvik oy noitel achas b'meitayim. Beis Shammai said noitel achas b'meitayim. Says Rebbe Meir. Everyone agrees. He's arguing in really Beis Hillel. Beis Hillel seemed to have said Pikbook. Says Rebbe Meir, no. Pikbook does not work according to Beis Hillel. Now, so if you just think about it. Oh, good. So what is the machlekes of Yud and Rameir? It sounds like the machlekes is there a gezira or not? And that's really where we're going to pick it up, and that's really where it's going to come back to Daf Yud Beis, which is what everyone is referencing, which is over there. We had the gezira, which is Rabbi Yehuda, which is going to be Rabbi Yehuda over here, and that's what we're going to come back to. With regard to what you were discussing, what is Shitas Beis Shammai? Maybe when we finish the Gemara, we'll speak out a little bit more. B'siyata Dishma.